Yeah, I'll send you my cheats. It might not work on PlayStation 5 though.
Yeah, they only work on decent consoles.
Might cost you though.
Yeah, by buying a decent console.
Well, that, but not that at the same time.
I'm sure you can find something to do.
Yeah, but then that means I've got to pay for them. Like, that's just not happening, is it?
This is just a big no-no. Come on, Faze, let's go.
If you want the ones that work, if you want the ones that work for PlayStation 5, then you're gonna have to. I don't even know. I'll be honest. I'm chatting shit right now.
What? No way.
No way.
No, what? No way. Fuck's sakes.
I love his videos, man. His videos are sick.
He's literally, I don't even know if he's like actually being that kind of guy, but he's still funny. Fred already annoyed, his face annoys me. And Mac just looks like... Wait, accuracy! Pulls out the SMG! We got the wheels down. They could have done it! They could have done it! The back! Oh! Everybody bending for us, feeling like we on it. Yeah! Continues to be huge!
Oh, I just walked straight into him. I wasn't looking. Mac's just a weirdo.
Mac and Fred just do this.
The only one that I've seen really is Courage.
Courage or accuracy?
Courage.
Let's go! Come on, boys. Helium.
And Sib.
Sim is absolutely fucking That'd be easy. Yeah. Go. Oh no, there's 4 of the 18 team members of Faze.
Mate, Simp just looks like the guy that sits in his bedroom and just doesn't do anything other different than playing that game.
Probably why he's so fucking good.
True. Slasher looks like he's definitely a geezer that's played guitar in his past life.
2023 Call of Duty League season. Pucking alongside Ali, Cat, and Nameless. And Ali, let's start with you. We're 3 matches in. We are 30 minutes ahead of schedule. What is going on here in our winners bracket?
I mean, a lot of the favorites are winning, to be honest. They've came up and showed up at LAN.
Well, that's what makes this next match interesting for me, because I don't know who the favorite is. If you're looking at seeds, it's got to be Seattle Surge. If you're looking at the #1 team in terms of points this year, it's Atlanta Faze. Surge versus Faze, a showdown that we were treated to a rematch just 6
I was
days
AFK
ago.
for 3 quarters of that game. That was brilliant.
And how they're able to walk away with the 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, well, Surge in that last series, like Pred and Sip went absolutely nuts. And when you're talking about the Surge team,
I mean, have you seen Courage's comms before?
Well, they have fixed their search and destroy throughout this stage. They've been playing great in that game mode. The first blood percentage.
I thought Courage was playing.
Mac has been lighting up, and accuracy has been super involved in those first bloods that I just talked about. So these are the Monster Energy pre-game keys to victory. Ali, what do we have?
I mean, capitalizing on his hardpoint struggles. They're 3 and 6 in hardpoint here during stage, major number 4 qualifier. Seattle is 5 and 3, and the way Atlanta has been winning these series is through the control. Well, Seattle's the #1 control team, tied with LA Thieves right now. So just continue that dominance and continue the slaying out of accuracy. He has been a different beast throughout this entire stage.
Yeah, and to Ali's point, when these guys have played 4 out of 5 times, the team that won control has won that series, and we have a CeeLo control, which is a map that Seattle's won 5 times in a row.
Accuracy.
Yeah, definitely will play this. No, Kimmy.
3 stages 1 to 3. Now top 20, my guy. That's what we like to see.
100% Kim.
We're probably gonna give this
No, guys.
From the very beginning, even when the team was dropping games.
I mean, yeah, do it.
1.2s, Pred on the SMG role is going to be the head of the spear for this team throughout the series, but you're going up against the likes of a BZ and Simp. Does he need to be more worried about the SMGs or the ARs on the other side of this
He doesn't need to be worried about anything. He has a 1.5 overall in the last time these two teams matched up, and in Search and Destroy alone, he has a 1.74.
Okay.
This guy is a literal monster on the map. Whether it's Atlanta Faze or anybody else in the league, he's dropping numbers.
We're always looking for a BZ to get those first bloods. Look at Pred when it comes to that Game 2 Search and Destroy. On the other side of this battle, though, we have Atlanta Faze, and even though they're coming in with the lower seed, this is a team that has been to the final, that has won a major. They've bagged 200,000, and they're consistently finishing top 3. But this event, it feels the community is lowest that I've seen on this Faze squad in 2 years.
100%. This is a team that is still obviously extremely dangerous. They can figure it out at any moment. I just feel like it's been a struggle for them throughout this game, especially in those hard points of like.
I do think that we will be good at it. It just needs to, it's something different that people haven't tried before, so we just need to kind of go easy with it.
Need to make sure we have like an
those right decisions. They run through teams. They just haven't been able to do it on a consistent basis. And a guy that I'm looking at in particular is Slasher really step it up, right? Like we always talk about how on Atlanta Faze, why would you need somebody to get more kills? But he just hasn't been.
Oh, sick!
In terms of overall damage,
I'm already the like co-leader of Type Squad.
To that point 8, talking about the KD, he was at a 0.96 before stage 4 in hardpoint, now at a 0.78, and even in Search and Destroy, he went from a 1.06 to a 0.91. So not that he has been the root of their struggles, but he still needs to be the slasher that we know and love to be for this team. So when it comes to the Monster Energy pre-game, keys to victory, they need to return to that Search and Destroy.
This is how we
That's
do.
how they were winning these series, is guaranteeing those maps 2 and 5. Remember, they were going to Game 5 time and time again because they were able to
let me just finish this match.
that map number 3 control. But again, they're going up against the #1 control team right now.
I like that bottom point. Just can't let Pred cook. Let's take a look at a player we expect to cook for Atlanta Faze. He goes by the name of BZ, and this is a man
Send me a message in Discord.
has the highest ceiling in the game. When he wants to, he just flips a switch, but it's not always on him.
Yeah, it's not always, well, for a BZ it kind of is, but there's just that ceiling that that he gets to in some of these games. And, you know, with Faze versus Seattle, historically throughout this game, they're actually 4-3 in hardpoint against Seattle. So they've had the struggles in that game mode, but versus Seattle, they typically go up very well, and it's a BZ who is having the time of his life in the hardpoints in these series. Like you said, though, man, he's just an elusive player. He can do anything on the map, and I expect him to be the forefront in terms of.
I am gonna jump it off.
Coming in for the first time as the underdog in the bracket round 1. It doesn't look like that's phasing them much on the screen.
I would hope not. I mean, Faze has gotten to this point during stage 4, even though they've been struggling in most of the game modes. It's because of the talent on this squad. You know what every single one of them is capable of. It's just that they need to come
it's alright. I'll be getting off after this.
and comfortable. I think sometimes they get a little bit ahead of themselves in these series, and that's where they
enjoy work. And then as soon as you're on, let me know. We'll jump on and do some.
To see that they did not let Fortress Search and Destroy slip in this time.
Absolutely.
K33 who says
I'll enjoy it. See you in a bit.
He's over in our YouTube chat. Meanwhile, on Twitch, we have about 17 million channel points on the line, with 60% of the community siding with Atlanta Faze. Are they right across these 5 maps?
I mean, that control is going to be very, very tough. I mean, we talked about it 4 out of 5 times you win the control, you win the series. Seattle have been dominant on a CeeLo control, so pay attention to that one. But I'm going with Atlanta Faze, man. I just can't predict against these guys. I think they take it in
Series
5.
score? 5?
They take it in 5.
Al, you going Surge?
I'm facing down. Yeah, I'm going for the Seattle Search in this series. I'm thinking like a 3-1 or a Game 5 for sure, though.
I haven't seen a Faze down in a minute. I'm going with Faze in this one. It's time to get the party started as our casters are ready to rock. We have our predictions in. Remember, get yours in right now over on twitch.tv/Call of Duty. We've got our casters, though, for game number 1. Let's send it over for the final battle. It's Lando and Study.
That is right, Pocket. Yes, Jay, I'm hoping that this one has the ability to go 5. I mean, I'll tell you what, Atlanta Faze versus Seattle Surge, so often, right? How many times have we had these franchises face off against each other and see a crazy Game 5, Round 11? However, when these teams matched up a week ago, it was anything but a thrilling Game 5. It's a dominant 3-0 for Seattle.
Oh yeah, and that's crazy to say because every single time it's always went down to the wire. And every single time Seattle have gotten a W, they've never got it done in a clean 3-0. So I think both of these teams are some of the heavier hitters that we have in the league. This is going to be a battle from start to finish. And on this hotel hardpoint, neither one of these squads have played this against each other. They have basically played every single hardpoint when you talk about these two teams beside Mercado and this hotel. So this is going to be a series where I definitely think we have an opportunity to go 5.
Absolutely, man. It feels like, when it comes down to being on LAN Faze, we know that they have that buff when it comes down to being in an environment like this. A lot of questions. It feels like Seattle on the rise and a lot of, public opinions. Atlanta Faze maybe going down just a tad, given how their Major 4 qualifier performance went, Jay. I mean, it didn't feel like there was a lot of dominant W's that they had. They get a 3-1 win versus Toronto Ultra, but some other W's, right, came in fashions like versus Minnesota, versus Florida, where it went the distance. A lot of people curious to see what Faze we will see here in match 1.
Yeah, Atlanta Faze all throughout stage 4. They were actually bleeding. They were bleeding in Search and Destroy. They lost 3 S&Ds throughout that stage. And then even in Hardpoint, this is the mode that they have been struggling with. And the guy that we specifically got to talk about is going to be Slasher. He's currently sitting dead last in Hardpoint KD going into the major. So he's a big guy that always plays to his level of competition, especially on land. So I'm looking at a big performance from him today.
Yeah, we were hearing about the numbers from Slasher. Obviously want to see him try to turn things around. We had the ability to talk with some of our teams actually coming into Major 4, and he stressed it. He was like, hey, I just haven't been feeling well. I've been sick pretty much throughout the entirety here of Major 4, but we need him to be dominant today. It feels like lately for Faze, especially in the respawns, man, they need all the help they can get, especially in these HPs. But into P2 we go. Currently it is Faze with those preferred spawns. A great little wave of kills come through. That's a clean 4 down, and now it is Faze in prime possession of the lobby.
And that's great adjustments already from Atlanta Faze. They give them 28 seconds over towards the P1. They have to win some crucial gunfights to win the spawns for the next hill. And so far, they have held this down flawlessly. Finally, Seattle are finally able to get a couple kills to find a break. But with only 20 seconds left, now you want to start to hit that rotation. And with all the players from Seattle dropping, they're still spawning at ult. There's only one player here now. It's going to be Mac with his hands full of BZ and Slasher ready for the push.
Yeah, we'll see what McKenzie can do. Thankfully, he does have player Aiden Pred alongside of him. So one player coming in from one angle, one coming in from the other. And how about that synergy coming through from the SMGs? The Surge will reign on top, at least for the moment. You do still have a few close spawns coming in from Atlanta, but that is a crucial double coming in early for Surge. We'll see how long they can weather the storm for.
Oh, how long can they hold it, though? Because the pressure right there from Atlanta Faze, the 2 players who were left in towards the back, which was Celium and Simp. Celium is still staying alive. He's waiting for his teammates to get into the play, but he wins another one versus Pred. Seattle's still getting a good chunk of time, though. So if you are Atlanta Faze, you still got to try to fight this. You're contesting it from the back end. With only 30 seconds left, it's trades back and forth. But Seattle, they're winning on top of these trades, man. That's another 3 dead. This is going to be a great rotation, leading to some great time to give themselves a nice little comfortable lead.
Oh, that was a huge 1v1 as well that our wonderful observers were able to catch. If Mac is able to win that, could be a totally different story when it comes down to the bar. But as you said, buddy, Surge locked down the time, looks solid overall when it comes down to the kitchen. But now as we rotate toward next, we'll see what Faze can try and provide us with, as they'll have preferred spawns, have preferred positioning, and what numbers can Surge make the break, or can Atlanta begin to lock things down? A lot of questions when it comes down to this team on holds. It feels like oftentimes they can be a dominant team when it comes down to positions like this, and at times it's also been their kryptonite. So far doing a solid job down by 30.
Yeah, this has been a great job from Atlanta Faze because, like you said, it's been their kryptonite, especially on a map like Hotel where they are sitting last in hold percentage. But so far, 30 uncontested seconds over towards the double desk kill. They know where Seattle is spawning, over towards the bedroom side. The trades are on. Sip is starting to get heat up as he's able to find 3, selling with the final. And with only 20 seconds left, an instant blow right back from Atlanta Faze for them to eventually take the lead. Now you're forcing Seattle off that rotation.
Yeah, but this feels like the definition of a boxing match so far. You just see haymakers coming in from both sides and then just quickly Sip. Nice little jab there from 3, cuts away a few, and that is a welcoming sight if you're an Atlanta Faze fan. You want to see Sim going off. You want to see a BZ lighting things up and trying to get the revenge versus Seattle Surge. As we said just a week ago, a dominant 3-0 Faze that they can come out, win the opening hardpoint. Boy, would opinions begin to turn. And into restaurant we fly in Seattle, locking things down for the moment, but instantly back come Atlanta.
This has been an absolute mix fest of a hard point to start this game off. Every time I think someone is gonna get the spawns, the break is instantly in, or gunfights are just scattered all around the map. Just keeping it chaotic as possible. As Seattle Surge are getting a good chunk of time in towards the Diner Hill. With only 20 seconds left, Atlanta Faze, they have to be forced to now cut their losses. Make sure you maintain those spawns over towards that plat. You do not want to let this game get out of hand because 2 players from Seattle are already off the rotation. Sip's going to be the only guy here. Mac with that dead silence can potentially make a play.
See if he's able to do it. Mac will just try to cut away the forces. The spawners from Faze instantly caught off guard as Slasher and Simp and Cellian, who were able to eventually drop him pred, trying to cause a